Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about namespace in Python. We have many more things to learn here. So that is namespace and variable scope and LGB rule, closures, decorators. So here we are simply going to learn first of all namespace, and in the next videos we are going to learn the other topics. Fine. So here I have written the types of the namespace, but before that we should know what is namespace. Namespace itself says name plus space. Okay, like you people also have your name, है ना? Why do we keep the names? Okay, why do we call a person with a name? Why do we say this is a red ball, this is a ball, this is a pen? Why do we call the things with the objects with the names? Huh? So same here, when we are calling the functions or we are writing the big programs, then yes, of course, for calling the function we need some names. Okay, so the name, I am repeating again, we are using the names to identify the things, persons, okay, the things, persons and the objects. So for this I simply gave you the example, like if here I have a ball, so I will tell it's a red ball. I will call that object with a name, with its name. Okay, if you have a name, just suppose your name is Ankita and I'll call you with your name, huh? So same here, but in the program, to call the objects or to identify the objects, we uses the variable names, we uses the class names. Okay, so here, or we can say that namespace is a place where all the names reside. Okay, and those names are controlled by the namespace. Okay, fine. So namespace is, you can say, it's a home for all the names that we are using in our program. Fine. So that's why first of all I told you what is a name. Okay, and what is a space. Space is like it is providing the place to a name. Okay, fine. So so that's why we call it namespace. Fine, I'm repeating the definition: a place where all the names reside, okay, and controlled by namespace. And also it ensures that the names that we are using in a program, they are unique, they should not conflict with each other. Okay, fine. Sometimes what happens, like a lot of people are creating the program when we have a lengthy programs, or we supposed to write down, then we all are working on different different systems. Half portion is written by somebody A and the half other portion is written by B person. Then in that case, the B doesn't know what kind of names are used by A person. Okay, so he don't know or she don't know. Okay, so might be the B person can use the same names as A is using. Okay, so here we will learn about it. Okay, so we can say that there is a mapping of the names with the objects. Okay, there is a mapping of the names with the objects that control all the names which are used in a program, that ensures that there should not be any conflict and they are unique. Okay, so what will happen if we will reuse a name? What will happen? Okay, I'm telling you, if I will suppose I'm writing, I'll show you with the help of example over here. Like I am writing here, just suppose I'm saying x is equal to 6. Okay, and next I am saying print x. Fine. So let's see. Let's run this. Okay. So you can see here I got the value 6. Okay, this value is stored in the variable x. Okay. Now what if I will simply use okay, wait. If I'll say x is equal to 7 now. Okay, say x is equal to 7 now. Okay, fine. Okay, now I say print x. Okay, so if I will run now, what will happen? So it is giving me the value 6 and then 7. Okay, so that means what is happening over here, it is giving me the value whatever I have assigned to it. Okay, so in the case if I will reuse a name, we may lose some data. Okay, so might be we cannot assess that data further. Okay, we cannot assess that data further. Fine. So this kind of problem we can face. So in order to avoid that problem, what we do, we simply, instead of calling x again, we will write here y. We will use another variable here and I will see here y. Okay, control s and let's run. So what happens here, I'm getting the value. Okay, for x I am getting 6 and for y I am getting 7 over here. Fine. So this is all about the namespace that I want to tell you, that we already talked about it, that it's a place where all names resides and they are controlled by the namespace. Okay, now if we are creating the big program and we are calling external functions like importing the modules, okay, so it might happen that use same names in different modules. Yes, as I have given you the example that two friends are creating a large program, okay, and one is they are sitting at different places but they are creating the same program. Okay, so might be B has used the same names that are used by A person. Okay, so what will happen? So now what will happen in that case, namespace will allow us to reuse that particular name. I'll show you this with the help of one example here. Okay, so look here, if I have to import the module, so how I can import? I will write here module dot function and then I will call it. Okay, just suppose I have one module add dot python. Okay, one module add and another is sub. Fine, so I'm defining here function that is def func1. Okay, same here, def func1, same function I'm calling over here, but I'm printing addition and here I am printing subtraction. Okay, now what I am doing here, I am importing add and importing sub. Fine, because I have to perform. Okay, now if I want it should run, it should give us some output. So I have to call this function. So I am calling this function here. Okay, and this function also I am calling this function also, this one. Okay, so you can see I am using the same function. Okay, but my modules are different. Okay, but my modules are different. Clear? This is what I simply want to tell you about the namespace. Okay, or what we can say, namespace also acts like a dictionary. Here we have the key value pair and key just key tells about the name and value tells about the object. Okay, like if I say x is equal to 2, okay, so this 2 will be assigned to this x, and this will be my name and this will be my object. Like just suppose I have this box, okay, and I have one ball here. This is my object, okay, and this ball is residing in this box. This will act like my namespace. I hope this is clear to you. This is a good example over here. We can say, okay, so here now let's move forward or we can say this variable is bounded with the value. Okay, fine. So let's move forward now. Let's talk about let's have a bit talk about this. So we have here three types of namespaces: built-in, local, and the global namespace. Okay, so first if we will talk about the built-in namespace, you know, it's a kind of home where all names resides. So you can say it's a home for all the names that are used. Okay, like this we can say names. Fine. So like names like, you know, max, minimum, okay, and this built-in function is created when Python interpreter starts up and it never deleted. Okay, when you start up the Python, okay, and it loaded at that time because they are the built-in functions, okay, and they never deleted. Next one is local namespace. Now what about it? Local namespace, it's an attribute of an object that forms a namespace. Means they are created when we call function, okay, when we call the function, and deleted when the function returns or raises an exception. Means like if it cannot handle it cannot handle anything, okay, so it will be deleted. Fine. So that is known as the local namespace. Fine. Now next is global namespace. Global means it created when module reads the definition. When the definition of module when the reading of the reading of the definition of module is going on, okay, and it happens till that time till interpreter stays, okay, and it will continue reading, okay. Yes, of course, it is also a part of main function. It is a part of main function, okay. So this is our global namespace. Fine. So if I say to you, if we will talk about if I have module 1, okay, if I'll give you example about local, okay, module 1 dot cmp, okay, one function, and I have here another module that is 2, second module 2, okay, that is cmp. Fine. So these two, this module 1, this module 2, they don't have any relation in between. Okay, clear? I hope this namespace is clear to you. Simple thing, namespace, a place where all the names reside and controlled by the namespace, and it also ensures the names that we are using inside the programming in the function, they should be unique and they should not conflict. Okay, fine. And if we create a big problem, see, if we are creating the 10 or 20 line program, that it would be easy for us to recall, remember the names what we are using. But if we are writing the big large programs, okay, then it would be very difficult for us to recall or remember the name. To avoid this, we are using the namespace. Fine. I hope this much is clear to you. Okay. So see you in the next video. That is, the topic will be variable scope. Okay. Thank you. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you very much.